the dawn of a new day. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. That should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This room has a toilet and a shower room. The shower's a little cheap compared to the one my family has back home, but this lab would be hell without it. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday. That shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave, name subject to change, was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. A time machine? A time machine? It can't be! Then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realised that the phone wave, name subject to change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave, name subject to change, is indeed a time machine. The results, however. We went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave, name subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. Now, as for sending messages to the past, first let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. Problem 2. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, name subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor too. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Moeka. I've never used email this often before. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. Hey, wanna go to Sambo for some beef bowl? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry? Yeah, but... you're such a bum. Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. It's from Mayuri. Should I reply? You eat too much anyway. Go on a diet before it's too late. There, that should do it. What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic-looking facility I've never seen before. It's a chaotic, metallic, cylindrical tunnel. Some kind of rocket thruster perhaps, or maybe the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Ha! The Large Hadron Collider sure is cute. What? What did you just say? Large Hadron Oleander? Large Hadron Collider. You don't know about it? I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. Oh, whoa, what are you doing? Are you conscious? Of course, man. What is this Large Hadron Collider thing? You know, it's what CERN uses to do their experiments. LHC for short. It's seriously moe. Recommended. You're lusting for something that's not even humanoid? Of course not. But there's something about it that gets me excited, you know? It makes me smile, you know? Don't you feel that? Come to think of it, I remember you said you found factories and the undersides of highways irresistible or something. Yeah, same thing. CERN. I've seen it somewhere. And recently. Where was it at again? John Titor. Oh, yeah. That guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy AdChannel's going crazy about, isn't he? That one might be an imposter. I was talking about the John Titor who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago? The same guy? Anyway, John Titor mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Titor made a prediction, namely that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. Time machine? That's a timely topic. But that wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Titor said the same thing. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago. That's not the point, Daru. This coincidence could very well be the choice of Steins Gate. Can we trust this Titor guy? It doesn't matter if we trust him or not. Now we have something in common. A time machine. We should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. Its popularity called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France, on the outskirts of Geneva. It's famous as the birthplace of HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web? You mean the internet? Bingo. That thing at the beginning of most URLs. He means the http://www thing. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read, Titor's book. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics, mostly. CERN can do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The low-energy antiproton ring, the proton synchrotron booster, the large electron positron collider. And the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world, the LHC, Large Hadron Collider TAN. The LHC is a 27-kilometer-long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hope of creating unknown elementary particle reactions. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that the experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no, those mini black holes will swallow the Earth, the universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes? I'm pretty sure Titus said that his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? All this LHC talk seemed to light a fire under Daru, so we decided to go to Sambo after all. We continued our conversation over a couple of beef bowls. What's the possibility of that actually happening? 100% that it won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say a mini black hole was formed. The amount of energy would be so tiny that it would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow the world. But where there's smoke, there's fire. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Titus' story is true. Some of Titus' predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Titus' 2000 appearance. There's something important in Titus' tale, or at least, I want there to be. It's me, here. Don't be surprised. I've sniffed out an evil conspiracy. John Titor, CERN. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. They're likely connected to the organization. Coincidence? Come now, don't disappoint me. What? Evidence? Well, if you must know, whispers. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those bastards are trying to destroy the world. Yeah, with mini black holes. But what if we were to steal that technology? What then? Of course, who do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gates. L. Psi. Congru. Just who the hell are you fighting with? Daru. I know what we must do. Was that? Don't you was it me? You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hacker are you? You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You are a super hacker. Stop saying hacker. At least say hacker. See where I'm going with this? No, not at all. Hack into CERN. Is that some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds and find any hints you can about the time machine. Dastardly deeds? You're just imagining that stuff, Ocarin. We stand at a crossroads. Will the phone wave named subject to change become a functional time machine, or will it die as garbage in lab storage? I'm not responsible for the consequences. Got it? Deal. Get started. For your payment, I'll deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Let's do this! As we return to the lab, I notice a familiar woman fixing her bicycle in front of the Brawn Tube workshop. Daru, his head filled with thoughts of hacking, went upstairs ahead of me. I stayed to observe the woman. What was the girl's name again? I think it was something like Amora or Amore. Alright, Amane Suzuha. So, what do you guys do up there? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everyone you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadget Laboratory, right? Huh? How did you know that? I never told you. Wait, are you an organization spy? That's what it said on your mailbox. Oh. I lower my guard. Why didn't you just say so? Now that you know, it's not like you can... Oh no, I'll give you the short explanation, but you must not tell a soul. We are the Future Gadget Laboratory, dedicated to defeating the evil organization that rules the world from the shadows. Wow. Is the evil organization CERN? Huh? Yeah, but... Oh, so I was right. Those guys really are a contemptible lot, aren't they? Did you just say contemptible? I thought I was the only one who uses words like that in normal conversation. How do you know we were hacking into CERN? What? You're hacking them? Right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my question. How did you know about our business with CERN? Actually, I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear stuff from the window. The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Daru and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I've only been working here for a day, but I've got a lot more free time than I expected. I've gone out 4 or 5 times today. Figured I'd reconnoiter the front of the store, see if I couldn't spot any customers. Reconnoiter? Is she some kind of secret agent? So that's when I heard you guys talking from the 2nd floor. I got interested and looked it up online. Now I know all the rumors about CERN. Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Anyway, you must not tell anyone else. Yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. All is quiet inside the Brawn Tube workshop. Mr. Brawn's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, "I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school," or "My beloved daughter has a cold," with a huge grin on his face. Kyoma. When operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, nya. You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. Nyahaha. It's from Faris. Should I reply? Are you suggesting that I, the great Hoin Kyoma, run and hide? You risk my ire, cat girl. There, that should do it. So, here's the fixed TV. He said to charge 1,000 yen. Damn manager. I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. Thanks for your patronage. Well, just take it away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Didn't you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. I guess I can help, but... Oh, I see. So we're already in the age where women do physical labor. I don't remember anyone asking for your help. Honestly, getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Wow. That was so manly. I might be falling for you. You think you can trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? Huh? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Coloring gentleman. You have powers? This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red. Then, they die. Are there a lot of espers like you? Of course not. I am special. Oh, you had me scared for a second there, but still, it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe CERN is the reason they're at more, where I came from. By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I'd want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or ultra-fast reflexes that let me tear my enemy's limbs off before they can react. What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait. Don't tell me. You're an organization assassin, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golgo. Who hired you? Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo? The confusion is suspicious. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from that male demon, Shining Finger. What a frown. Did you get a death notice? What? Just wondering. And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist? What I meant to ask you was if you got some unpleasant news. You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBN 5100. An IBN 5100? Okabe-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. Moika. You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBN 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought. Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? I actually tried looking for an IBN 5100, but in the end I came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba. I see. Well, that's true. You sound like you know something. Well, I do, and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happened to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, or something like that. Who are you? I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBN 5100, but when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBN 5100. I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not. Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I'm acting kinda suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBN 5100 has a hidden function. A hidden function? That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or other with a proprietary program language. No way! How did you know? Tell me! I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. I see everything, Amane Suzaha. Resistance is futile. Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? John Titor did say something like that 10 years ago, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. Now it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Titor travelled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka wants it to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. So IBM 5100s are super rare? Maybe if I get one I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds, but first I'd have to deal with CERN. I wrapped up my conversation with Suzaha and made my way up the stairs to the lab, where, seeing Daru hacking away, I took a quick nap. By the time I wake up, a few hours have passed. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samadare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swings today. It's from Lukaku. Should I reply? You sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have anyway? Daru keeps insisting that shrine maidens should come in pairs. There, that should do it. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I kick back on the sofa and start browsing App Channel on my phone. And what perfect timing! Titor is currently posting in the thread. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to the preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from the past to the future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line's percent difference from the standard. Die, troll, you claim to be a time traveller without any proof. Stop trends, please, I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveller. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know, your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you, lololololol. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details, plots. Oh no, humanity is doomed. What a science done. .jpg. Lol, noobs responding seriously to a troll thread. This Titor guy's a troll. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine travelling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Titor's points have merit. By the way, Titor, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life